Storms and rain and more rain. Had to double check on this stat. This is crazy. Soaking summer in Florida? Yes, Gainesville, Florida, in fact. Summer of 2017 so far, just since June 1st, 30.95 inches. Previous wettest summer, 1965 with 21 inches. We are so far and above that record. It is incredible, and more to come and more of the summer to go, which is the other crazy part of it. So you look at this, and generally maybe about ½ inch to an inch across much of the region here through Saturday, but you do see a few pockets where easily another 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of rain could fall down. So look at the radar right now, and you see a lot of the south and the southeast, a few scattered showers here and there. You see some more robust showers here, coastal Georgia, right along 95. So heads up if you're heading down to Savannah and River Street there, maybe grabbing some ice cream at Leopold's. Wonderful spot. You may luck out and miss some of the showers, but a little bit more persistent to the south. And then you see for the evening, not the best scenario here, right in time for the evening drive around Montgomery, outside the perimeter, inside the perimeter in Atlanta, down 195 towards Columbus. But the sun goes down and that activity settles down just a little bit, but it's rinse and repeat. Lots of humidity and a couple of the triggers in place to help that along. So thunderstorms are going to focus near that stalled out front. You got a little hint of that spin with the showers and the thunderstorms in southeast Georgia. That's going to be enough to set off some showers and thunderstorms. But another front is going to be moving to the southeast, tapping into all of that low level moisture and turning that into not only possibility of some heavy rain, but perhaps some strong thunderstorms, gusty winds as we get in through tomorrow. By Saturday, beginning to sag a little bit more to the south here, so perhaps a little bit of break places like Memphis and Nashville, as well as Chattanooga. Tallahassee, though, showers and thunderstorms at least through the weekend into early next week. All right, so that's the first half of the good news, right? We are seeing easing up of those showers in the areas hardest hit already. But as you can see, those warnings are still out. So as always with flooding, even flash flooding, there is a little bit of a lag time. So give it time for some of these waters to come down. Unfortunately, with more rain in the forecast in some of these places, it's not done just yet. With that said, you can see the trend, a little bit less of the orange and yellow as these showers move off to the south. Of course, to the east of St. Louis, still looking at the flood warnings there as some of those showers slowly drift. So let's take you through the next couple of hours. This is the batch of showers that caused the initial flash flooding there in Kansas City. But watch what happens with that sort of easing up. You do see an increase in the activity here right along the Ohio River. That continues to produce rainfall in similar areas over and over again. So that will be an area to watch as well in through West Virginia. Even as the sun goes down, some of that activity does as well, but not completely. So we'll watch for some of that heavy rain to make its way through western Tennessee into northern Mississippi, and some of that may be an issue for tomorrow morning's drive. The setup, of course, sounds very familiar. Ample moisture. You have the triggers with that warm front and the cold front with sandwiched right in between those two. A lot of moisture and a lot of instability for those showers to tap into. That keeps them around, keeps them growing. Along with that, some added lift in the upper atmosphere, and that added lift could produce some thunderstorms that then lead to gusty, damaging winds. Severe threat today from Louisville, Charleston, Pittsburgh to not just motor vehicles, but you yourself, if you're thinking about wading into that. Remember, it only takes about a foot of standing water to stall out your car. And if that water is moving, you now have added momentum that can physically move your car. So let's do some math. Let's do some physics here. A water weighs 62.4 pounds per cubic foot, typically flows downstream 6 to 12 miles per hour. So that is what are the forces working against your automobile. So water's momentum transferred to the car. For every foot of water, 500 pounds of lateral force is applied to the car. Think of your car as basically a leaky boat. It will float. It'll eventually sink, but it'll float at first. So the car is displaced and rises around it. In effect, the car weighs 1,500 pounds less for each foot of water rise. Now, 2 feet of water will carry away most automobiles. And we mean most, not just the small ones, but yes, even the big cars too can absolutely be impacted by some deep water. And think about, Alex, how deep 2 feet of water is. That's easily over some roadways in a little bit of a dip. You have no idea how deep it goes.
So